Bitter criticism with Blanca. Blanca. Uh, Mimi. I call her Mimi. Mimi, venga, Mimi. Mimi is Tommy's aunt. Tommy. Stop looking at your aunt like that, Tommy. uh, oh, I hope these stupid dogs don't get hit by something. Sunday morning. There's not much things to get hit by. But sometimes there's some dogs curious about all this. Yeah, only the dogs are curious about journalism. Nobody wants to know nothing from Iran. You know, right now I'm not sure, but because I don't have internet, I'm just gonna read rotten news. Rotten news. No, fresh fish news. Fresh fish news. Look, that girls over there, they just learn something new. They just learn how to go to a new territory, the my boys playground, you know. Yeah, you know, over there should be a cat corpse. But you know, my boys, they need to take a bath. So right now, I'm not worried about stinky dogs because they are already stinky, not because of cat corpses. So they will face they will face shower anyway. I'm just, yeah. So that's my policy right now. Just leave the dogs stinky. So I'm gonna. Last time I take a lot of news. I'm gonna just keep reading shit news. Shit news from mainstream media. Yeah, that's gonna be the headline. Shit news from mainstream media. Poor Tommy, but you know Tommy. What you know the problem with Tommy over there is that right there are dogs too. Those people over there, they have their own dogs. The dogs escape for that very territory over there. And well, Tommy will kill some dog, you know. That's the question about Tommy. Tommy, you have problems, Tommy. Tommy, you have problems with anger. Tommy is an angry dog. Tommy is an angry dog. The sun is gonna hit my face in just 2 minutes. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading the shit news from mainstream media, CNBC and stuff. I don't know, Insider. But you know, I say this kind of news, they are shit. But the question, look, they are coming back. The question is, the great migration of crazy dogs. What about crazy dogs migration? Where have you been, crazies? Where were they? There's not a cat corpse, isn't it? You stinky dogs, stinky dogs. Well, I just forgot what I was saying. Well, these two new dogs, they are females. I call her the white one Mimi because she looks like a cow, and I guess she's Cancer. She's just like me. Venga Mimi, venga aquí. This is Mimi. Mimi, I love her because she's so kind. Just like me, we are kind. We are Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. We are Cancer. We are just lovers. We are not. We don't love each other. I mean, we are not loved. You have bad thoughts, about us. But definitely, she's so sweet. Such a sweet dog. Nowadays, my favorite dogs, they are sweet dogs, just like Mimi over here. And this is her daughter. Look, I guess her daughter is Aquarium. He's an Aquarium because she's kind of free. She's never with you. She never. She's crazy. Yeah. She don't have. You know, Cancer people. We love hugs. We have touch each other. We love kiss each other. That we are Cancer. We are just like that. We are family oriented. We are family oriented. But the question is, other astrological people like Aquarium, like that girl, she don't like too much hugs. Too much. Anyway, and Tommy over there, maybe she's Cancer too. He's Cancer, but who knows? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy about dogs. Dogs don't have astrological maps. Who knows? So this is my Mimi show, the Mimi show, shit news with Mimi. Japan. Well, this news is I'm trying hard to not reading shit. I'm trying hard to make something interesting here. So Japan society by 2531. Everyone in Japan could have the surname Sato. So why? Yeah, such an interesting news. Uh, plaintiffs in a suit against the government over a law that requires married spouses to have the same surname. And well, you are too violent, Tommy. That's why you are not a free. You have problems with anger. That's why Tommy is not a free dog. To have the same surname arrive at the Tokyo District Court in Tokyo on March 8th. Bloomberg. I don't get nothing from this. I have zero idea about what it's all about. By Karen Kaneko, staff writer. Yeah, well, at least that's formal, Karen Kaneko is a staff writer. All newspapers should be like that. So this is a writer from the house, April 1st, 2024. In 500 years. Because just a journalist comment, nowadays almost all newspapers are always saying, oh, the opinions are not from the newspaper, What a coward, what a pussy newspapers. Because they anyway, newspaper is just is like entertainment, and well, I guess that's entertainment too, if you say, oh, this guy right here, this columnist, he's crazy, he will say crazy things, we are not responsible, understand? So the first thing you want to do is just read it, and yeah. Well, in 500 years, everyone in Japan will have the surname Sato. What? There was a Formula One pilot, Sato, but that was 50 years ago. 55 years ago. Yeah, no, 25 years ago. If the current practice of requiring married couples to share the same last name continues, it has been forecast. The simulation organized by the Think Name Project and Asuniwa was conducted by Hiroshi Yoshida, a Tohoku University economics professor with expertise in the graying of society. Graying. What the hell is graying? Graying of society, in a bid to show a possible future where separate surnames for married couples are not allowed. The project is a part of a campaign designed to coincide with April Fool's Day. What? So, I'm not sure if this is a April Fool's Day news because it was from 2 weeks ago, April 1st. To raise awareness of the implications of not amending the law requiring married couples to share the same surname. Everyone in Japan will have Sato as their surname by 2531, the forecast found. As of 2023, Sato is the most common surname in Japan, used by 529% of the entire population. That's not too much. I know, it's not 1,000, it's 1.529. This is not too much. The annual growth rate of Sato is assumed to be 1%, just 1%, based on the difference between 2022 and 2023 data. Starting from 1.5% in March 2023, with that early growth rate, the number of people with the surname will exceed 50% by 2446, the study said. You know, this news is shit because look, we are speculating of 500 years from in the future, you know? We are speculating such a useless thing, so I'm just gonna leave I didn't understand the rule of the last name in Japan, but who cares, you know? This is such a masturbating news. I said masturbating, yeah. So, we are just speculating in such a useless way. I have a more shit news from mainstream media. Shit news from mainstream media, that's the headline. I moved to Singapore as a pregnant newlywed and left a divorced single mom. Huh? As a pregnant newlywed and left a divorced single mom. So what happened in Singapore? I moved to Singapore as a pregnant I don't know this word, look. As a newlywed. N-A-W, new, L-Y-W-E-D. Newlywed. I have no regrets. So what happened in Singapore? Sarah Lyle updated in September 2023. This is like 5 months ago. Not a joke. 6 months ago. Woman on when a woman on a beach Phuket with her son. A family trip to Phuket with Lyle's 1-year-old son, Sarah Lyle. Sarah Lyle was 6 months pregnant when she moved to Singapore for her husband's job. She got hired as the editor-in-chief of a expat magazine, which was a lifeline during her divorce. She worked as a single mom overseas before returning to the US, where where she now lives. What? She worked as a single mom overseas before returning to the US. So she went back the US. So that's all about mainstream media. How the US is great. I don't think so, but I never been in Singapore before moving there in January 2015. At the time, I knew only 2 people in the city-state. They were friends from New York City. That's where I've been. I've been. That's where I will be living and working in the publishing world for 16 years, most of my adult life. When my When my then husband, when my then, not my 10. No, but I don't care. You know, if a woman have 10 husbands, who knows? Who cares? I don't care. What a crazy woman. uh, when my then husband and I decided to move to the other side of the world, we had been living in a 2-bedroom walk up in Brooklyn. We'd married less than 6 months before. We had married less than 6 months before that. And I was about that far along in my first pregnancy at the age of 36. What? And I was about that. I just missed myself. We had married less than 6 months before that. Oh, this is 6 months. Oh, this woman is not crazy, but 6 months, you know? How you met a person 6 months and then you married and then you travel? Crazy people, crazy people. You should know better who you married. You know, you should know something about astrology, something about psychology. You know, you should know the family, what happened, all the stuff. You know, and then married, and then get married, if you approve, of course. We had married less than 6 months before that, and I was about that. Far along in my first pregnancy at the age of 36. Oh, I guess this woman just married because of the pregnancy. That's what I think. While I had traveled extensively, I had never lived abroad for more than a couple of months. But I had always dreamed of living outside the US at some stage. Yeah, people say Singapore is great. People say Singapore is great. But I guess that's just another lie. You know, people say Finland is great. Maybe that's a lie. Maybe because people say too that Israel is great, and that's is unquestionable. Israel is not a great place to live because right now, by this time, I'm not sure if Israel still exists. You know, if Iran just erase them from the map, who knows? So Israel is not a top 10 country in the world. People say the same thing about Singapore, but who knows? Anyway, so when my ex did a virtual job interview over Thanksgiving weekend at my in-laws' home in Pennsylvania, and was then offered a job at one of the world's biggest advertising companies, Singapore office. I wasn't about to pass up. I wasn't about to pass up the opportunity. We flew out in late January during a winter storm. They named it Snowpocalypse. Oh, in the United States, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, on the flight, I devoured 2 books about Singapore. Well, I guess not two large books. I guess not two substantial books. Yeah, yeah. You know, mainstream media is just like this. Oh, I devoured 2 books. What books were there? Oh, what is devoured a book? You know, do you read a good book? Have you do you know what a good book is? No, this is just shit from mainstream media. Woo! Shit. Tommy, Tommy's too violent. He is not a free dog. You know, I'm not. You know, maybe with Tommy over there, you have the wrong impression that I'm scared over here because violence of global south. I don't know, peripheria violence, but it's not the case. Tommy is the problem. You know, Tommy is the problem for the world. Do you wanna? You know, yesterday I was walking, trying to find some scooter wheels, and some guy from a truck, she asked me if I was selling the dogs. Well, I didn't thought twice, and I said no, of course not. But you know, that's what I have to do. I have to give up on Tommy. That's because I can't have Tommy. Maybe I don't know how much time I will be here in this fucking shit country, shitle, shitle. Yeah, I don't know how much time I will be here. And well, Murcia, I guess Murcia, I can give Murcia to because Murcia is a female, and Murcia is not problem. Female dogs are great. Female dogs are zero problem. Almost nothing. Almost zero problems at all. They don't even fight each other. You know, you can put 2 female dogs. They will not fight to death. You know, I'm guarantee you. And well, Murcia has a lot of places to go. I guess Milou, I will take Milou with me everywhere because Milou is my. I am Tintin, you know. I'm Tintin, always discovering facts about the world, you know. I'm like a anthropological Tintin. That's it. Social anthropological Tintin. Social anthropologist, yeah. But, and well, yesterday I definitely should sell Tommy. That's the question. Of course, this was right around the time of COVID-19. I just missed the. So this news is not interesting, and is not interesting neither because it's the life of a stupid woman, you know. So, breaking news: the life of a stupid woman, of a stupid American woman. Of course, this was right around the time COVID-19 swept the world. As a result, my son and I spent many days in full or partial lockdown in our 3-bedroom condo. A 5-minute walk from Singapore's beachy East Coast Park. To stave off cabin fever, we used to do daily walks or bicycle rides along its coastline, my favorite green space on the island. You know, yeah, I guess the problem with Singapore is that Singapore is not a real country, that's it. Singapore is just a city, you know. If an American citizen willing to live abroad and they choose Singapore, of course, which is not a country, you know. So you know, I guess people should do like myself and go to Brazil and die. No, no, but yeah. So go to China. There's a lot of American YouTubers living in China. Definitely, Americans should live in China. My son and I embraces everything about Singapore. Uh, and we have a photograph of a woman with her child posing in a picture in Little India, Singapore, wearing traditional Indian clothes. Well, she went to Singapore and she she were doing cultural stuff wearing Indian customs. So this woman is crazy. This woman, well, yeah, let's do something different. Well, what she's saying is actually she wanted to go to India. That's the religious, the spiritual. That's the spiritual objective. That's her spiritual goal. But she was just chicken. She chicken out because India is too poor. But you know, India is poor, but it's not violent. You know, definitely. If you think about it, violence is too dangerous, and that's why you should not go to Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, South America. You know, you should not go to South America. You should not come here. Maybe Chile, yeah, maybe Chile is not violent, but there's only that. I always say that the only good thing about Chile is there's not violent, and that's it. And that's it. There's no more good things about Chile. Unfortunately, because I live here, but you know, I guess I will come back to Brazil. Who knows? And you, Tommy, you better behave, Tommy. No, the next time anyone asks me about Tommy, I will just give up on Tommy, you know. I love Tommy, you know. Tommy 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 is such a lovely with the humans, but this is evil with dogs, you know. Tommy just kill dogs. Never kill one, but definitely he will kill a dog if he have the time, you know. It's not about it's just a matter of time. I mean, I guess Tommy will kill a dog in 2 minutes. A male dog, well, and that's not great, but if you love that, well, Tommy's over there, you know. If you want a dog killer. Anyway, so this news is also bullshit. Mother and son in Singapore's Little India during the last Deepavali before moving back to the US. So yeah, you should go to India, woman. Go to India. Despite all these twists and turns, I cherish my time there. My son and I threw ourselves into celebrating popular holidays such as Deepavali, Hari Raya, Lunar New Year, and Mid Autumn Festival. Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great. Yeah, Singapore. Yeah, sounds great. Because he was born, you know, even Malaysia. Malaysia sounds great too, you know. Malaysia is, well, a poor country, a third world country, but it's near to Singapore. You can live in Malaysia and work in Singapore, I guess. I'm not sure. But is that Malaysia sounds better because doesn't sound too expensive. And well, Malaysia sounds like relaxed, you know. And Malaysia definitely they should have tropical fruits. I don't think Singapore has tropical fruits because it's just a city, you know. They don't have place to agriculture, I guess. Because he was born on Vesak Day, Buddha's birthday, we always made sure to go to a Buddhist temple each year to ask for blessings on that day. A believer, an American believer, crazy woman. I'm sorry, but That's yeah. I don't believe I'm atheist. You know, I'm a fully atheist. Despite all these twists and turns, yeah. Over time, foods and drinks that had seemed exotic because comfortingly familiar, we we ended up craving them. Wonton mee, laksa, and sambal stingray were regulars. To this day, after having not lived in Asia for almost 2 years, my son says his favorite food is roti prata, a fried Indian pancake with curry sauce. Yeah, you should go to India, man. Yeah, you know what I understand is you want to go to India. Go to India, 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 India. Go to India, woman. What what are other things that I'm stupid. I'm stupid. You know this kind of article. They only saying that Americans should go to India. Why not? You know they are like I forgot the word now. They are just they are just um, I forgot the word. Seducing, yeah, they are seducing Americans to move to India because India is such a strategic place in on geopolitics. Uh, and we ended up craving them. Watan mee, laksa, and sambal stray were regulars. Um, what are other things that are hard to find outside Singapore? The easy travel throughout the region. While living there, we visit more than 10 different countries that, thanks to its central location and perhaps most importantly, the incredible network of Singaporean and expat friends I was grateful to have met. 7 years later, it was time to head back to the States. Family posing for a picture at the garden of the God State Park. Heading a wedding photo in Colorado Spring with blended family. In December 2021, I made the difficult decision to move to Florida with my son because that's where most of the family and close friends live. Also by going home to America, a place my son had never actually lived. Come here. Up. Mimi speak English. Did you saw? Mimi. Hi. And this is Luli, but I call her Mila because of some Sonic character. Mila, venga. So these three dogs, they have a better time than Tommy, isn't it? But Tommy, uh, because he was born, thanks to his location, yeah, incredible Singaporean friends, grateful to meet. In December 2021, I made the difficult decision to move to Florida with my son because that's where most of my family and close friends live. Also, by going home to America, a place my son had never actually lived, I was able to land a better paying job, which was a relief after being the primary breadwinner in notoriously expensive Singapore. What? Breadwinner. Oh, that's a nice word. Breadwinner. If you like bread. Today I live in the suburbs outside Denver in arid mountains, Colorado. Sounds great. I recently eloped with my I recently eloped with my now husband, a fellow divorced friend from my hometown, whom I've known since he were 12. Our three shared sons, our three shared sons were the only wedding guests at the simple outdoor ceremony. Could I have Could I have seen this coming 2 years ago? No way. Could I have seen Singapore in my sights 2 years before than that in New York? Heck no. But when life gives you a sign that it's time to move on, you do it and embrace what the future holds. Violence in Brazil. Woo! Let's go to violence in Brazil, Mimi. You know, I always say that Brazil is too violent, but the reality is that poor people in Brazil are always killing each other because of drugs. That's the question. They are always rallying on drugs, and they are just too much. And well, as you can imagine, as there are too much poor people, they're always, if you have any problem, any civil problem with any citizen, it's too cheap to hire a hitman, so Brazil is a hitman country. So you better behave, you better. I don't fear that much of bad behaving, but if you care about animals, that's a point for you. Everybody will see you as an angel. Like I am. I guess I am an angel. Just like an angel, I am. Just like an angel in the night. Just like an angel, you are. uh, anyway, so you better be respectful in a dangerous place like Brazil, and maybe you will survive. Today I live in suburbs. Cool, I have seen coming 2 years. Got a personal essay about living abroad or parenting that you want to share? Get in touch with the editor, a Car Plus Insider. This is from Insider. But when life gives you a sign that it's time to move on, you do it and embrace what the future holds. That was a great article too. I guess Bradley Blankenship have better subjects, but she's a great writer. So I hope someday she take a trip to India. Maybe she went to India. She didn't said, but I guess India is not that close to Singapore. I guess she don't. Maybe I'm not sure. Raising teen boys, what I wanted our sons to know before they were teenagers, by Becky Mansfield. This is from August 2021. This is too long ago. I'm just gonna skip this news. I'm just gonna skip this one. It's a huge article. I'm just gonna start another one and then gonna do my yoga. Such a huge article. I guess this is all bullshit, you know? You know what you should know about human beings? Psychology. You should know astrology too. Yeah, astrology is just enough. Astrology is fine. Parenting. My husband convinced me to get pregnant. I had the baby, got laid off, and left him. I'm happy. I'm happy with all my decisions. Essay by Kat Jones, March 5, 2024. Share. Woman kissing her daughter's hand while seated at a wooden table in a restaurant. Becoming a mom changed Kat Jones' priorities and eventually led her to leave her husband. That's interesting, yeah. I just have 3 minutes. Kat Jones and her husband decided not to have kids and enjoyed a happy marriage for almost 10 years. After her husband became depressed, she decided a baby would make him happy. She eventually agreed. She left her husband, got laid off, and moved in with her family. She's happy with her decisions. Yeah, if her family is great, that will be great, I guess. Insider today, all this is by Insider. Maybe it's not absolutely shit, but I guess mainstream media is always too personal, you know? Yeah, so that's it. I have to do a lot of yoga, but I'm fine, you know? I guess the big problem about lower back pain is lifting heavy weight, you know? I just lifted heavy weight this week, and I got my pain back. I gave my back pain back again. I got my back pain back again. But doing yoga definitely helps you. I guess it's just stretching. And guess what? I still not talking nothing from Chinese. You know, I don't like American society, you know? I guess they are too dumb. I guess they are too shallow. They don't understand nothing from life, you know? That's what I guess about United States. They are too practical, I guess. Life could be practical, but most of the time things are complex, you know? You should understand complex things in life, you know? You should face complexity and not be an American, yeah. Yeah, face complexity. That last one looks fancy, but I guess doesn't help you to do nothing. It's just a fancy. I will do my one more repetition. I guess, you know, with two I'm fine, you know. Two with 2 repetitions a day of all the routine, I'm fine. It's not too much, it's just 1 minute, you know. 2 minutes in total. Mursi too. Look, Mursi is just done, and now she can stay home. No, but you know, Mursi already have a lot of fans because she was pilgrimaging on a middle class neighbor. A lot of people consider to adopt her because she was with a injury in one of her legs. A lot of people remember her because she was jumping like with the front leg like a waitress. Understand? She was like a waitress. I'm laughing because she's perfect now. Look. But back in that time, she has a chronic injury in his shoulder, I will say. I'm not sure if you say shoulder, but she have a problem on a bone. But now she's kind of, you know, dogs recover very, very well. Dogs just recover very, very, very well from any problem, about any physical problem. What a crazy Mila. She looks like the Sonic character. The Sonic character, I forgot what the hell is that. It's a fox, yeah. She looks like the Sonic Fox, look. And that's why Mila, I call her Mila. And Tommy doesn't care about Mila.